sharing is one of the most important things, because if you share ideas, you share, solving problems, is something very special, Yesterday night we had an example. In a week like this, the best chef in Milan, they were there with us, sharing the stage, sharing the evening, sharing the idea of fighting food waste all together, and cook for what? Because the chefs, they know what it means through creativity, through knowledge, what you can do with some breadcrumbs, some overripe tomato, some, like I did yesterday night, some leftover pizza. They have this imagination. But the things, to arrive at your word sharing, the things that is very revolutionary is that for the first time in life, the chef from all over the world are sharing this kind of movement. Because after 3 years from the Universal Exposition, this can be called movement. They share the stage together and they cook together. That's very revolutionary. So that means sharing.
Yes.
So we worked together since 3 years ago, and you believe in the project since the beginning. You didn't look for Osteria Francescana, but you looked for FoodForSoul. And that's what really convinced me. I never sell my image to anything, because I want to be free to say whatever I want, because I believe in this. But after 3 years, I've seen you so focused and so determined. Think about this. I got the leftover for pomegranate juice. I put into like a cup like this. And I had pomegranate juice, I had some tomato juice, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar that was on the side, a little. I mix it, and like this. Then there was no onion, there was nothing, but there were a lot of avocado, because they love Mexican food, and they make like the guacamole, no? So I sliced the first things that was oxidated, and the under was just perfect. So I mixed with the bagels all these avocados. Then there was like cherry tomatoes, cilantro, basil, thyme. And I made a panzanella with that. Add to the toasted bagels the juice that I made with pomegranate, balsamic vinegar and everything, a little bit at a time, like this. So the bagels, they were absorbing very quick the juice, and came out a panzanella Mexican style.
Wow.
That was cultural movement. We have to change the mind of the people. We have to communicate this. That is cultural, because waste is cultural. And the charity part of the project is in the hands of the volunteers. Because the volunteers are taking care of the Refettori every day. Christina just called me, and she said, okay, we need this, we need that, we have to fix the whole things. And the volunteers are here, like there are 25 tonight. So the volunteers are the real key point people on behind this project. But for us, it's just cultural, because it is a cultural attitude to waste food. Oh, we have too much. A journalist in Paris said to me, but if I pay for my food, I can waste it. You can do whatever you want. You cannot kill people, but you can kill people wasting food. A very important point. So I'm transferring what my grandmother transferred to me when I was a kid to these people, and to all these stagiaires. They come from all over the world, so they can be ambassador of this. If you give the example, as I said yesterday night on the stage, with all this young generation, as a chef, if you give the example to the apprentice, they're gonna learn, and they're gonna become ambassador. Actually, two of these guys, they already in their mind, they already have this kind of attitude, and they're gonna open a refettorio, one in Switzerland and one is already open in England, following our example.
Everyone relishes my gift. They celebrate rather than bear. I am food, and all I ask for is some respect.
It was really challenging to do and to open a refettorio in Rio de Janeiro, because Brazil is a very challenging place. And in Rio de Janeiro there are 2.5 million people living on the street. And the key point of our project is the ice cream machine, and the ice cream machine gives happiness. It's just a tool that, but if you don't have cilantro, maybe you can use thyme. If you don't have you can get like strawberry and create a dessert like a pancotto, no? Think about that. You have avocado, don't use the balsamic vinegar, leave the grapefruit juice, mix with that, put some mint instead of the basil, get some eggs, vanilla, and make a curd, put together, put in the oven, steam in the oven, and you create a pan bread pudding,
Okay.
and you slice and you create like a sauce with strawberry that you serve on the top of the bread pudding. Art is there. We use time, creativity, knowledge to improve the mind and the vision of the volunteers. And these guys, they became your ambassador, our ambassadors. And you have to see how incredible the improvement is becoming.
And that's how.
Because we went in Burkina Faso with the United Nations and to explore the possibility to open Burkina Faso because it's a key point in Africa. And Burkina Faso needs a totally different project. But they need a change to preserve these ingredients. And a chain of preserving and create, through technology, a line of product and then distribute to the villages in Africa. So it's like every single refettorio has a different approach. And technology was one of the key things as agriculture, as beauty, that can really help the future. Of WhatsApp decided to change his life, and he created a 3,000 bed refugee camp in Thessalonica. And he said he came to Osteria just to an event in Paris at the opening to meet me, and because he wants a refettorio there. I said, no, 3,000 is too big. It's not that. It's not that we are doing things. You already have soup kitchen. Soup kitchen is enough for that. But I can do something much better. In Greece you have fruit and vegetables. So we're gonna create like an amazing storage of refrigerators in which you have all these fruit and vegetables instead. And we're gonna create an ice cream place for the kid of the refugee camp. So we're gonna give a smile. We're gonna, as a present, in Milan. I remember Don Giuliano that was running the soup kitchen in Milan, that is running the soup kitchen in Milan, was always coming into the kitchen in the middle of afternoon when no chef was there, and he was stealing the ice cream that we prepare for the evening, and he was keep saying, oh, gelato refettorio, party l'oratorio. So he was stealing the ice cream and distribute to the kids of the neighborhood. In the evening we were going inside and said, where's the ice cream? I don't know.
Is cleaning the oven, right? And this is the most advanced technology that it cleans up.
That you have on hand.
See, we have wireless
Yeah, you know, but we want to have a better life, especially for my family that is Osteria, no? Plus Lara, Charlie, and Alexa. And you know, the first thing I put is music everywhere, so we can choose music and we can cook with music, and we're gonna turn it off when the service starts, and we're gonna turn it off when the service is finished. This young generation, they're like much better than us, much better than us. I have such a positive, you know, energy for the future, because the young generation are extremely sensitive about this and they're ready. I see my daughter, you know, she's very focused on that, and you know, these people are like so young, and instead of thinking about, yes, of course they think about, I want to have a 3 star Michelin, but it's not just about that. It's like a sense of respect that is what makes a difference.
I own a restaurant on the Lake of Como in Chernobyl for material.
My name is Valeria Margherita Mosca and I work in the team of Grundig Wild Food Lab. Grundig is a research laboratory on the use of wild food for human nutrition.